Hey people. Tomorrow's the first day of school for Annalise. I can hardly believe it. This has been going through my mind. You know, if you've been watching this post, that's clearly been sort of my focus for a little while now. And I find, something came through today, and it's kind of weird because it was like almost so obvious, and I've said this thing in so many ways that it almost doesn't count as a revelation because it's like I've actually realized it before. But there was a new clarity with which a thought came through today. And what it was I was thinking about, Annalise going to school tomorrow. And in my parental mind, I'm going, well, what's going to happen? How's she going to react? How is she going to feel? I've talked my way through this around and backwards and forwards, and Katie and I have had a million conversations about it, and I've talked to, at this point, several people, our therapist, the level director for her school, and and basically what they all say is, however I feel about it, however we feel about it, Katie and I feel about it, that's what her experience is going to be. And so and that's been a real sort of like, it's been a really beautiful thing to kind of sit with and really recognize everything I do, every aspect of how I engage, not just with this event in her life, but with my whole life right now, is actually, it's like it's infusing her experience of everything she's about to do. And finding, so like I was having some thoughts earlier today about where I am in my own professional work, and I've had this phase of time over the summer where I've been very focused on Annalise, and I've sort of had extra duties because Katie's job has ramped up at a period where mine was able to take a little time, like I could take a little time to adjust to our new environment. We kind of needed it because Annalise needed somebody around. And so on some level, I'm coming up on this phase where now I'm going to have these giant gaping hours in my day when I can do essentially whatever I want. I can get back to work. And that's been so wonderful to see and realize and feel that it's coming. And today, for the first time, I sort of felt like an apprehension about that. I was like, ooh, what does that mean? Like, that means not only do I have the hours to do this work, but I kind of have to do this work now. And obviously, that's a positive thing. Obviously, that's a wonderful thing. And it's moving me in a great direction. And what I tracked in it, though, is, if I have apprehension about this next phase of my life, if I don't kind of like, if there's any resistance in me that I sort of allow to blow me back or slow me down or take me out of full engagement, because for whatever reason I have fear coming up about what my next phase is going to be, and where this, this project that I've sort of launched, the cabaret, the teaching business, these things that are sort of like they're happening, but they're not fully formed. If I have any apprehension about where those are, how that's going, that is going to carry into Annalise's approach to her next phase of life. These are coincident events, and they're very much psychologically tied events. So I noticed, I really palpably felt for the first time, my own inner resistance, what's going on in this psyche inside me with relative to these objects, these experiences in my life. That's what I'm donating to her. That's what I'm giving her. That's what I'm teaching her. And all of a sudden, it really clarified for me this truth of these circumstances, which is that how I go through this period it's gonna have such a deep effect on how Annalise goes through it. It's almost like, there's this really, really intimate connection between my experience and what I do with my experience. Not so much that I need to not be afraid or repress the feelings I'm having about it, but more that however I choose to engage with this, however I choose to feel about myself, can I handle this? Do I feel like I can handle this challenge? Can I step up and really give myself to this next phase and say, I'm going for it whole hog. I'm gonna be completely invested. I'm gonna feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm just gonna dive in and enjoy and know not only that I'm fully capable of whatever I need to accomplish, but also that the universe has got my back always. If I do that, that's literally what I'm teaching her to do as she walks up to the front gate of school tomorrow and has to say bye-bye to Mama and Papa and walk through the gate, because COVID policy, the parents can't go anywhere near the school, walk through the gate with the teacher and walk away into a classroom and meet 20 new kids and be there alone for the next 6 hours or whatever. Not alone, but without us around. And that's going to be a big thing, but I can infuse her with a sense of, you got this, the universe is at your back, you are fully, completely ready for this. This is only going to be positive. We had a beautiful experience the other day of her sort of tracking, I can be afraid of something and do it anyway. And then she was kind of taking that and running with it, and almost seeking out experiences that would be a little bit daunting, wake me up a little bit with that tingle, and then lean into them. And so I'm just kind of tracking this as what a beautiful kind of symbiosis this is, where, because if I can be aware of this lesson and I can do my own work, really manifest my own truth and my own empowerment in this, claim my own power in this, then I will be teaching her to do the same. And Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow after this goes down. But what I am growing to appreciate is just how, I mean, they say your children become your greatest teachers, and that apparently happens very early on in the process. Because now all of a sudden, not just my relationship to her and my relationship to my own inner child, but my relationship to right now, to my work right now, to where I am right now, to my own spiritual evolution right now, all comes online and all gets a reframe by understanding that all of it is, that everything I'm doing is educational. Everything I'm doing is also, I'm teaching by doing. Or an amazing thing to know, or an amazing way to live every moment. Like, yeah. So, big day tomorrow. Wish us luck. It's going to be beautiful. And the next chapter is going to begin. Thanks, people. Love you much. Appreciate you as always. So much love. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.